That's how I feel about Claressa Shields versus Perkins. Claressa Shields went the whole distance, won a unanimous decision versus Perkins. 5-0 and 42 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, Claressa Shields was basically fighting a girl from Planet Fitness. No disrespect, but it is what it is. She was really nobody in women boxing. She's not an elite fighter. She's none of that. Ladies and gentlemen, the real Gwoat in the sport of boxing is the real deal Amanda Serrano, the 7th Division World Champion, undisputed in the featherweight division, ladies and gentlemen. And shout out to Katie Taylor as well. Katie Taylor, great resume. 2-division undisputed world champion. Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano. That is the peak of women boxing. And I can't wait to see the trilogy. A lot of people did feel like in Madison Square Garden when Katie Taylor faced Amanda Serrano, that Amanda Serrano did win. In the second fight in Dallas, Texas, Katie Taylor had a rain of boos because a lot of people did feel that Amanda Serrano did win, the smaller fighter moving up and daring to be great. But Claressa Shields is so jealous of Amanda Serrano, so jealous of Katie Taylor. She feels like, oh, she got the numbers. She's the most viewed women fighter in the sport of boxing. No, you not. You had 3,000 people looking on today versus Perkins. Ladies and gentlemen, this was a garbage fight. With the skills and talent of Claressa Shields and her being an Olympian, and shout out to Claressa Shields for being a USA Olympian, you were supposed to knock this girl out. You were supposed to knock all these girls out. And you only had 3 knockouts in your career. And you call yourself the Gwoat? Get the hell out of here. Claressa Shields is not the Gwoat. It's Amanda Serrano. If you want to be like, arguably, it's Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, that's a great argument. That's a great debate. But ladies and gentlemen, Claressa Shields is under Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. How are you going to go a whole distance with Perkins? Huh? A 5-0, 42-year-old. How are you going to go with distance? I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not all about the hype. I'm going to keep it unbiased, logically, and objectively. Claressa Shields ain't all that. Yes, she's an elite fighter. She's top 3, top 4 in women boxing. But she is not the Gwoat. That's Amanda Serrano. And if you want to argue and debate it, Amanda Serrano with Katie Taylor. Can't wait to see the trilogy. Ladies and gentlemen, she threw everything in the kitchen sink. Yes, she knocked down Perkins in the 12th round. She hurt her in the 3rd round. But at the end of the day, you were supposed to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you compare, think about this. If you would put Canelo Alvarez in the super middleweight division with a guy that's 5-0, right? Because Claressa Shields, she wants to be included in when we're talking about men boxing, right? If you put Canelo Alvarez with a guy that's 5-0, 42 years old, and go the distance, you would say that Canelo Alvarez is above. If you would see Terrence Bud Crawford fighting a guy that's 5-0, 42 years old, and go to this, you would say that he's above. If you would put Teofimo Lopez in the junior welterweight division versus a person that's 5-0, 42 years old, you would think that he's above. So, ladies and gentlemen, Claressa Shields always want to put herself and want to gauge and want to compare herself to men. Guess what? You went inside the ring with a person that's 5-0, 42 years old. That, ladies and gentlemen, you wouldn't hold distance. Claressa Shields got to get the same criticism as the men, just like she wants to be praised like the men. So when we put a pound for pound list and Claressa Shields says, I want to be in the pound for pound list too. All right, so you're going to be compared like the men. So ladies and gentlemen, this fight was basura, was garbage. Claressa Shields is ashamed that you go a whole 10 rounds with a Perkins that's 42 years old and 5-0. You got to get the same criticism because you the type of person that be like, I could be Triple G. I could be Keith Thurman. Man, please, there was slap you up, knock you out, just like that dude did in sparring out there in Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, this was garbage. This was purely garbage from Claressa Shields that's supposed to be, quote-unquote, the Gwoat. You're not the greatest woman of all time. You're not the Gwoat. You're playing third fiddle. So, ladies and gentlemen, this what happened this Sunday. I saw the fight a little bit. I'm ashamed of myself that I had to spend some time on a Sunday, family day, church day, to see this fight. But, of course, I'm a boxing content creator. I got to give you the goods, but I got to give you the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, this was purely garbage. She ain't look good. She ain't look great. This was a garbage fight. Garbage matchup. Claressa Shields is probably too lazy to go back down and weight. Hey, yo, Papoose, come on, Papoose. I'd rather stay with a Remy Martin, in my opinion, and stuff like that. You had a family with a very respectable woman in the industry. You go with Claressa Shields. Oh, come on, Claressa Shields, and I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real honest in this one. I think Claressa Shields does better in the MMA. She's ruthless. She's aggressive. I like her better in the MMA. But in the sport of boxing, you don't want to come down in weight. You don't want to face the likes of the real fighters in 154 and 140 and 140 and 147 and 135. Just go to MMA, because this event, this fight was purely garbage. All right? Subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button.